A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you another book review. I don't even know where to begin with this one. You know what? I do know where to begin with this one. This is The Slob by Aron Beauregard. You can see from the cover there what you're pretty much getting in for. The back says some stains don't come out. Now I just want to begin this by reading the about the author section of this book. A lot of books have this. Basically, you get to know who the author is, what other works they've done. So this is Aron Beauregard's About the Author. Aron Beauregard loves onions. Despite his adoration for the laid vegetable, he often mispronounces the word. He could just cook them by themselves and eat them happily. Sometimes he will season them up and put them on his steak or his swine. He will eat them raw in salads or on sandwiches. Did you know that if you put an onion in your sock, it can heal your ailments? He does. He tried it and found himself licking his foot for hours. Did you know that onions give you a higher probability of having a nightmare when you go to sleep? He heard that but can't verify because most of his dreams he can't remember. It would be so convenient if he could remember his dreams because it would probably help with his writing, and if the nightmare onion thing worked on top of that, can you imagine? Yeah. You know what you're in for. You know what? I really need another one of these before I talk about this book. Okay. The Slob by Aron Beauregard is gratuitous for the sake of being gratuitous. I would label this as a disgusting horror novel. Did I hate it? No. Did I enjoy it? No. I've read better horror novels. I've read worse horror novels. It's just there out in the ether somewhere. So what is this about? Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you, you're probably not going to like it, but that's all I can do. So let's just get right into the next episode of...
Read a fucking book. 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 People.
So the narrator of The Slob is a woman named Vera. She has an obsession with cleanliness that stems from her childhood. She grew up in a house that her parents were kind of very messy. Her father is a war veteran that lost his leg. Her sister suffers from depression and ultimately kills herself, which Vera then has to kind of clean up the remains of her sister after her sister blows her brains out. And this obsession with cleanliness kind of pursues her through the rest of her life. She meets her future husband, a man named Daniel, who is a Vietnam War survivor, who is a paraplegic. She meets him in a kind of a support group that she's a part of. And they fall in love, they get married. One day a guy comes to her house who is a vacuum cleaner salesman, and he has this new kind of water-pressured vacuum cleaner, this new-fangled gadget that she becomes enamored with. And she tells Daniel, listen, I can sell these a lot better than this guy did. She's pregnant at the time, so Daniel is a bit reluctant, but she's like, no, listen, I'll sell them up until a point. Just give me 1 week. And if I make some money, then, hey, it's all good. blah, blah, blah. She's really good at her job. She manages to sell these vacuum cleaners, gets bonus money, and they're kind of raking it in based on her ability to sell these vacuum cleaners because of her obsessive compulsive disorder to be clean. So she's about to quit this job at the behest of her husband, who is a great husband. Don't get me wrong. He basically cleans the house and cooks for her while she's kind of working. He's a really great guy. She goes out into the countryside and comes to this farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. And she gives her pitch to this morbidly obese, disgusting human being who basically invites her in, doesn't really talk all that much, but invites her in to clean a room. And when she gets up to that room on the second floor of this house, she discovers that it's this dismembered corpse of a woman that he wants her to clean it up, which she does because he locks her in that room and takes pretty much all the meat and offal and shit away. And so she cleans the rug and whatnot. And she becomes his prisoner in this house. Now, it's at this point of the story where you're kind of thinking, okay, I kind of know where this is going. No, you fucking don't. Not at all. I don't even know if I can describe what happens to this woman. I'm going to do my best. So the slob returns with a chunk of meat on bone that he wants her to eat. He wants her to keep her kind of nourishment up. And of course, she refuses, at which point he knocks her out he like hits her in the face and breaks her nose. And then when she comes to, she discovers that
a few moments later,
which he then proceeds to try and feed her. And she reluctantly kind of agrees. Now, being pregnant, he then proceeds to take a weight. He basically subdues her and he takes this weight and he starts smashing it down on her stomach and then uses the vacuum cleaner to...
A few moments later,
which he then forces her to drink. You're with me on this one, right? There is another prisoner in the house, a woman who has had her lips cut off and sewn downstairs, who proceeds to tell Vera that if he likes you, he's going to keep you alive, but there have been multiple other victims that have come and gone through this farm, so to speak. Vera is ultimately taken away. They manage to concoct a plan to escape, which doesn't go well. Vera is accidentally killed. Not Vera, sorry. The other prisoner is accidentally killed by Vera. The slob then proceeds to try to rape Vera, which doesn't go very well because he ends up vomiting all the people that he's eaten into her crushed nasal cavity, which then goes down her throat, and it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse from there. There's something about Japanese businessmen coming over to eat people, but they end up getting pizza or something. It's a whole thing. I don't really know what else to say about this one. It was a disgusting read, but that's what the author was going for. So, in that respect, Aron Beauregard, the Onion King, succeeded. Would I recommend this book to anybody? Probably not. It's like watching an Eli Roth movie you know, it's torture porn for the sake of torture porn, basically. So there you have it. Not much to say about this one, but yeah, that's The Slob by Aron Beauregard. If you enjoyed the video, and I really hope you didn't because this one was fucking disgusting, like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification bell to never miss a video. But most importantly, stay safe, have a fantastic rest of your day, and read a better book, people.